will set it, and Rich will put it down with some authority. A deep three from Andrews. Oh, make it rain, baby! Yes! Drives left, kicks it to the corner, to the left wing. The corner, or the wing three is up and good. Zoe Swallow dials it up from long range. Payoff pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball, center field. That's going to get out here for loose. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball. That's going to get through the left side of the infield. That's going to score another run. And that's going to be an RBI single. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back here live on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network, here on YouTube.com. Here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana, we have the 8-7 Madison-Grant Argylls taking on your 9-4 Wapahani Raiders. Again, as always, I am your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. Welcome you all in here to Raider Volleyball here tonight. Again, we thank you guys for tuning in and spending your Wednesday night here with us. Sure does mean a whole heck of a lot to us. And we're excited to see what this team can do again here tonight. Wapahani coming off the big win last night, looking to continue their winning ways here this evening as we'll get right into things with our Raiders Live pregame show. Presented by Stoops Automotive Group, Buick and GMC Sales and Truck Manager Dale Raines. He is a proud sponsor here of the WHS Network. Greatly appreciate him. So, again, like I just mentioned, Wapahani coming off of a sweep, got the brooms out last night over Shenandoah on the road. It was nice to be able to get back to our winning ways. You know, we lost last Thursday evening I'll tell you what, you want to talk about tight, very close sets. That's exactly what this was last Thursday night on the road at Muncie Burris. Muncie Burris ranked number 1 in 2A. It was 26-24, 25-20, then 26-24. And I mean, truly one of the better games that we've had. No doubt this year. I mean, you talk. I mean, yeah, granted we're only 13 games in, but especially against a tough opponent, we've had our struggles. We struggled against Yorktown, struggled, in some capacity as well against Delta, but still had a chance to win. Same thing there with Muncie Burris. Gave ourselves a chance to win, just couldn't quite get it done. But hopefully, down the road, we'll see him again. Hopefully the outcome might be a little bit different here for Wapahani. But nonetheless, you come back at it last night to start a very busy week here for Wapahani. And you start off the week strong with a sweep there of Shenandoah, now 4-0 on an MEC conference season. So that's extremely important to take care of business in your conference. And, another big game here tonight against Madison-Grant. These two teams have always had very strong volleyball programs. And, these teams have went toe-to-toe many times through the years. And they have had some outstanding results at the end of it. And, it's been a lot of fun to be a part of and watch through the years. And this, I expect to be another great one here tonight between these two teams. I mean, Madison-Grant hovering right there close to 500. They're 8-7. Wapahani here at 9-4. A lot to play for right here. Continue to get better, not only individually but as more importantly here as a team, and continue to adapt to the environment. Sometimes you play in games where it's things are going great for you. Other times maybe not so much. And it's how you adapt to those situations and respond to that is what makes the difference in the ball game. So we're looking forward to seeing what will hopefully be another winning night of Wapahani Raider volleyball and how they continue to build off of their win last night there on the road at Shenandoah. So make sure to stay tuned in throughout the evening here, folks. Again, we'll have our first serve coming up, but before that, we'll have tonight's national anthem and the rosters. Again, here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Our company's mantra has been and will always be humans over houses. For the last several years, we have been able to help people follow our mission statement, which is enriching lives by helping people find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate has premier real estate agents ready to assist you with commercial properties, new construction, residential homes, or investment properties, no matter if you are looking to purchase or to sell. We are skilled negotiators, tenacious marketers, and fearless advocates for our clients. We want them to feel the passion we have for what we do and the professionalism we exemplify while we do it. Our clients depend on us to have grit and determination when we represent them. We roll up our sleeves and get to work. Every interaction, every time.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Seth.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
We stand for doing the right thing, even when it's not convenient. We deliver integrity in all we do through our uncompromising ethical principles and values. Our clients count on us not to only help them buy or sell their home, but to make sure the process is infused with joy. We strive to bring a smile to their faces as they enter the next phase of their lives. Call Next Home Elite Real Estate today. We are here to help you.
All right, folks, welcome back here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Let's take a look here at tonight's roster, shall we? We'll go ahead and take a look here at the visiting team, the Madison-Grant Argylls. Number 1, Maddie Moore. Number 2, Cammy D. Decker. Number 5, Laney Frank. Number 6, Ella Brummett. Number 10, Megan Wilson. Number 11, Kaylee Stitt. Number 12, Demi Havens. Number 13, Jonna Hyatt. Number 14, Pia Gonzalez. Number 16, Emma Hull. Number 17, Reese Box. And number 18, Cameron Bolser. Again, the Argylls are coached by Kayla Jump. Again, coming into tonight's game, 8-7. Wapahani looks like this. Number 1, Callie Parker. Number 2, Cammie Rivers. Number 3, Anne-Marie Gibson. Number 4, Emily Luce. Number 5, Lauren Rich. Number 6, Caroline Hunzinger. Number 7, Sophia Beeson. Number 8, Justice Chapman. Number 9, Chloe Sipes. Number 10, Megan Luce. Number 11, Olivia Walters. And number 12, Tatum Dudley. Again, Valerie Wells is the head coach here for your 9-4 Wapahani Raiders. So again, game 2 of a nice string of games this week here for Wapahani. Again, tomorrow night they're going to be back on the road at Randolph Southern. And then Saturday morning, they're going to be playing in the Leo Invite. So you got potentially here 5-6 games this week. That's a lot of volleyball and a lot of opportunities to get better. And so tonight, folks, again, tonight's game officially gets underway here at 7:17 p.m. here on this Wednesday, September the 13th of 2023. Again, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me is cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy. You guys are locked in and ready to go for another action-packed night of Raider volleyball. Set up here by Brummett, and that's going to be put down the well out of play there by number 12, Demi Havens. So a quick 1-0 start here for Wapahani, as we'll see number 2, Cammie Rivers back to serve. Serve recepted there from Havens, and got a little 2-hit call here on Madison-Grant early in this one. Nice serve from Rivers. Hit over there by Brummett, dug by Luce. Hunsinger there to Rich, yes! 3-0 Wapahani. Nice set there from Hunzinger there to Lauren Rich. Getting her first kill there on the evening. Rivers really mishandled that one, but set up to Beeson and just out of bounds. So the Argylls will get on the board here for the first time this evening. We'll have number 1, Callie Parker, now in for Wapahani. And we will see number 13, Jonna Hyatt, back to serve here for Madison-Grant. Parker shinks up there to left side. Nice save there from Beeson. And Emily Lewis just enough there to get it on over. Set up that time. That was to Bolser. But Lauren Rich met her right there to net. Ended up getting called there with a net violation there on Bolser there of Madison-Grant. So the point goes there to Wapahani. But solid work there from Lauren. As Olivia Walters now in for the Raiders. Rich back to serve. And that is right on the line. Precision accuracy right there from Lauren Rich for the ace. And then right into the net we go. So 5-2 after the service there. And we'll have number 6, Ella Brummett, now serving. Callie Parker received it. Hunzinger sets it to Dudley. Dug out by number 10, Megan Wilson. Back on the attack again, except hit wide right was Bolser. So a 6-2 lead now with number 10, Megan Luce. Seeing her first action this evening for Wapahani. Also in here for Madison-Grant will be number 2, Cammie Dedecker. A senior defensive specialist here for the Argylls. Set there to the middle. That was number 12, Demi Havens, back on the attack. So gets her first kill this evening, 6-3, as Havens will now be back to serve. Parker there receives that one. Loose set on to Beeson in the middle. And nearly made Dedecker wear that one. 7-3 Wapahani. Cammie Rivers right back in here for Wapahani. We'll have Sophia Beeson back to serve. And the floater serve didn't work out too well that time, unfortunately, for Beeson. So 7-4 now after the miscue there. Number 13, Hyatt, returning to the floor for the Argylls with number 17, Reese Box, to serve. Luce receives it. Megan Luce sets it to Walters. And Dedecker shanks it backwards. And Walters there with a kill. 8-4 now as we'll see Ritz back in the game for the Raiders as well with number 4, Emily Luce, back to serve. Tipped across, and Luce unable to get there in time. So Brummett will return to the floor here for Dedecker. Number 1, Maddie Moore, now back to serve. And that is just out of bounds. To the point there for the Raiders. And we'll see Tatum Dudley back in here. Megan Luce will now have a seat. Caroline Hunzinger will drop back to serve. Left side there to Rivers. Soft touch right there. Got it over. That's going to be a 2-hit. Mishandled there by number 17, Reese Box. As the Raiders push forward here now by 6. A timeout here from Madison-Grant. And we'll go ahead and stick right here with you during this timeout. We would like to thank some of our sponsors here this evening. A big thanks here to Next Home Elite Real Estate. Next Home Elite Real Estate's primary focus is to enrich lives by helping people find their next home. As one of Delaware County's premier realtors, Austin Rich provides a consumer-focused branding, the newest technology, and a market plan that provides superior service to all of his clients without compromise. For all of your real estate needs, contact Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate at 765-749-4546. Also, a big thanks here to the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. President Richard Morse, along with the Alumni Board, serves as the Wapahani Center and Selma High School alumni. Make sure to visit their online website at www.libertyperryalumni.com for any more information, upcoming events. Again, greatly appreciate the Liberty Perry Alumni Association, proud sponsor of the WHS Network, along with Next Home Elite Real Estate. So again, returning from the timeout, Wapahani up 11-5. That was Hunzinger back there to serve just a moment ago. And number 10, Wilson, just gets over the free ball action. Set to Rich. Oh, yes. Lauren Rich unloads on that one. As the Raiders press forward now, ahead by 7. Set on right there. That was Jonna Hyatt nailing that one for the kill. So Megan Wilson will now drop back to serve for the Argylls. Hunzinger back to Rich again, but was met there to net. Dug out by Box. Set there to Hyatt. Now Dudley here from the right side. Dug out by number 10, Megan Wilson. They'll get it over. Oh, set the Rivers, and that's going to be deflected off the antenna. So the kill for Rivers. Point there for Wapahani to stretch this lead back to 7. Another great opportunity here for the Raiders. See if they can cash in over to Beeson, and hits that one off the top of the net. And so in comes Callie Parker for Wapahani. Bolser back in for the Argylls, and number 13, Jonna Hyatt, will now be back to serve. And Anne-Marie Gibson also now in here for Hunzinger. So this could be interesting. We don't have a setter on the floor right now. Okay, so Hunzinger back in for Anne-Marie Gibson. 14-7 Wapahani. Rich back to serve. And that's an ace for Rich. Mishandled by Wilson. Man. Put a lot behind that one there from Rich. Parker gets to it, but the Raiders won't get it back over. So 4 hits right there. Couple of passing issues. As we'll see, number 6, Ella Brummett, now serving for the Argylls. Parker, Hunzinger right there in the middle. Beeson will get it over the net. And that was set up. That was perfect, as you're going to get it right there for Cameron Bolser. So she executed that well. Parker received that one on to Beeson, blocked by Bolser. Right back to Beeson one more time, punched up in the air, and the Argylls will get it over. Hunzinger back to Beeson one more time. Again deflected to slow it down there to box. Set on, and that was hit by Havens, but out of bounds. Going cross court right there diagonally. And a couple of substitutions here. We're going to have number 10, Megan Luce, and we're going to have number 3, Anne-Marie Gibson back in here. So Hunzinger and Dudley will have a seat. Luce back there to serve. Havens, lollipop hit right there. Hit that one out of bounds. And in comes number 16, Emma Hall, as Havens will have a seat. Oh, nice reaction time there for Parker, laying out there for the dig. Soft touch there, but Raiders able to respond right there, hit off the top of the net. Set to 16, Hall, and into the net. Parker, Luce, Walters. Right there's Wilson dig it out. Parker again now set onto the right side, and Gibson got behind it. Not quite on top of it. And hits that one out of bounds to make this another 8-point lead for Wapahani. As number 16, Emma Hull, is back to serve. Again, a junior outside here. Beeson gets the cross. Bolster there on attack there from the middle, as Gibson will now tip it over. And that's going to land out of bounds. Nice job there by Megan Luce. Just again, the vision and overall court awareness. Watching that one just go ahead and drop right on out of bounds instead of going after that one. Cami Rivers back in here. Beeson to serve. Set up to Wilson. Luce digs it. Megan Luce sets it. Olivia Walters will collect on the kill. As the Raiders now double up here on the Argylls. Nice serve there from Beeson. Right there to dig it out. Luce with a set up to Gibson. Miscommunication, but Wilson will get it across there for the Argylls. Back to Rivers left side. Tell you what, you want to talk about a soft touch right there. Barely getting that one over, but Bolser again comes through. And a crucial moment right there to notch the kill. Get him back within 9. And Reese Box now serving. Handled by Rivers. Gibson from the middle, dug by Box. And yep, another 2-hit call. Then you can see the change in the spin of the ball. So miscue there will cost them dearly, as Wapahani's just 4 points away from taking the opening set. Emily Luce back to serve. Moore here with a set up to Hyatt, and inbounds. So again, another nice diagonal shot, this time from Hyatt. As number 1, Maddie Moore serving. And Lauren Rich putting the stamp on point 22. So Hunzinger, Dudley will reacclimate both of themselves up back onto the floor here for the Raiders. Number 11, Kaylee Stitz, now in for Madison-Grant. Hunzinger back to serve. Set on the Stitt. Loose will dig it out. Hunzinger will set it up. Rivers trying to find the sideline. And we got a net violation here on Madison-Grant. So set point here for Wapahani. And tipped right back down. A bad pass right there and beautifully executed by Lauren Rich. Here's Wapahani takes set one, 25-13 in commanding fashion. Make sure to stick around here with us, folks. Again, set two coming up here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network. Howdy, folks. Welcome back here from beautiful Raider Gymnasium in Selma, Indiana. Again, I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Brandon Morvillius. Alongside here with me, cameraman Jordan Redbeard McCoy here with our Selma American Legion post 437. Game break 25-13. Wapahani took care of business there in set number one. We're going to do much the same right here in set two. Again, we do want to thank you guys for tuning in here this evening, supporting us. More importantly, supporting these wonderful young ladies out here on both sides here for both Wapahani and Madison-Grant. I tell you what, I mentioned this during our pregame show. A lot of matchups here between these two teams through the years. Not only during the regular season, but postseason play. Some tough, grueling matchups that I'll tell you what, even from a broadcaster or from a fan standpoint, it would wear you out. I mean, it felt like you actually played in the game, but it was nice to see us again play well here in that first set. Hopefully We will continue that here in set number 2 as we get the second set underway, and Hunzinger will serve that one out of bounds. But I tell you, kind of piggybacking off what I was just saying right there, it's been so much fun to watch these two teams, and the programs throughout the course of the years. I mean, this 10, 12-year stretch that these two teams have really went toe-to-toe in a lot of different matchups. It's just been a true joy to be able to broadcast. So another one here tonight, and hopefully the Raiders can, like I said, build off what they established there in the first set and continue their winning ways and get the double digits in the win column on the season. So good ways to go, though. It's a tough Madison-Grant team. Might not necessarily have shown it there in that first set. But again, we'll see how the Argylls respond here in set 2. Hunzinger will sink that one off to the right side and out of play. And so we're going to tie things up here at 2 as number 1, Kelly Parker, will return to the floor here for Wapahani. And back to serve for Madison-Grant will be number 13, Jonna Hyatt, a junior middle hitter for the Argylls. Received there by Luce. Hunzinger with a set to Rich. Woo, barreled that one. So again, Maddie Moore unable to handle that. 3-2 after the kill from Rich. Walters back in for Wapahani with Laura and Rich back to serve. And that's going to go into the net, tied now at 3. So we will see number 6, Ella Brummett, for Madison-Grant serving. Nice job there from Parker. It was a good pass to him. Set up right there. Job well done. All the way around the horn right there for Wapahani. So we'll see number 2, Cammie Dedecker, in for Madison-Grant. Also in for Wapahani will be number 10, Megan Luce, and number 3, Anne-Marie Gibson. Tipped over there, nicely done there by Maddie Moore. And set right on top of the net, a little 50-50 ball. Back to Beeson again, and they're saying a little touch there from the Argylls. So play on. And there's Bolser coming through big time there for Madison-Grant. Ties it at 4. As number 12, Demi Havens, now serving. And that's 4 hits. Oh, goodness. Nice save there from Luce. And now Emily Luce will get it just back over here. Wilson, soft touch there. Megan to Emily. On to Anne-Marie Gibson. And that's going to be hit into the net. Now 6-4. Floater serve right there. This one's going to be set on to Beeson on the right side. Dug out by Dedecker. Luce back to Beeson, left side this time, and found the answer that time around. 6-5 Madison-Grant. Beeson stung that one. So in comes Cammie Rivers. And Sophia Beeson back to serve. Nice floater right there from Sophia. Emily gets there in time, but that one will go on the left side of the antenna, which signifies out of bounds. Point there for Madison-Grant. Number 17, Reese Box, back to serve. Rivers on the attack, out of bounds. Okay, so the up referee, Rob Barker, also down referee Mary Gothier this evening, but Rob Upper referee called a touch, so the point there for Wapahani. Oh, I love that one. A beautiful ace right there from Emily Luce. Skimmed off the top of the net. It's always nice when it works out for you. Hate it when it goes against you, obviously. Beeson, Luce, Rich. Yes. Oh. The line judge first called in and then rethought about it and called it out. So nearly snuck it in bounds. I'll tell you what, I would not want to be a line judge. I've said that a couple different times, especially throughout this season. They've got one of the toughest jobs. I would not want that whatsoever. Because I'll tell you what, you get one call wrong, and the fans will definitely let you hear it. It's not like you're some professional out there. You're just some ordinary Joe Schmo just trying to help out. Emily Luce here with a setup to Rivers. Soft touch there, shanked off the left side, and Rivers with the kill to tie it at 8. And a pair of substitutions now for Wapahani. We've got number 6, Caroline Huntzinger, returning there for Gibson. Also Tatum Dudley in for Megan Luce. Huntzinger back to serve. Box mishandles that one and sent that one right there in a wide open portion of the defense there on the front row. So the ace there for Huntzinger. Another nice serve. Set the bolster and rejected by Lauren Rich. Man, I'll tell you what, Huntzinger actually sizzling that ball right over the top of that net. I mean, you're talking, I mean, not missing that thing but by more than an inch. I mean, that is getting it done. Well, didn't get it over that time, but still, job well done there from Caroline Huntzinger. We'll have number 10, Megan Wilson, back to serve as the Raiders again ahead by a pair. And that one's out of bounds. Nice job there from Emily Luce. And watching that one sail out of play. We'll have Cammie Rivers now serving. 12-9 Wapahani. Box set up there to Havens. And Beeson no good there on the attack. That was Emma Hull actually a moment ago. That was on the attack there for Madison-Grant. I thought that was Demi Havens. So I just wanted to correct that. Huntzinger with the setup to Rich. And a little too far outside the white line. Beeson will be blocked by Bolser. So a tie game at 12. Again, Jonna Hyatt still back to serve. On to Dudley here on the left side. Havens, nice up right there. Get that one up in the air. Huntzinger back to Rich. Deflected up in the air. Back to Bolser. Parker digs it. Huntzinger sets it. Here's Beeson. Full steam ahead with the kill. Oh, heck yes. So in comes Olivia Walters. Lauren Rich back to serve. 1 point advantage here for Wapahani in set 2. On to Beeson one more time, and they have no answer for that one either. As Sophia Beeson stung another one. That one's out of bounds. All right, so number 2, Cammie Dedecker. Will now return to the floor here for Madison-Grant. She'll drop back to serve. And there's an ace for Dedecker. So Madison-Grant has already scored more than what they did in the entire first set. On to Beeson. Just got to get the ball over the net, keep it in play. Got to force the defense to make a play. Parker receives that one. Hunzinger with a little drop in a bucket right there. That was a great time for that one. Wide open hole there in the middle of the defense. So in comes Megan Luce. Dudley will have a seat. Anne-Marie Gibson in for Hunzinger. And Megan Luce serving for Wapahani. Received by Dedecker. Set on there to Balser. Dug by Emily Luce. Gibson from the right side. Yes! Beautiful diagonal cross-court shot right there from Gibson. Box will shank that one off to the right side, as that's going to be an ace here for Megan Luce. Tell you what, our serving, we've had some errors. I mean, for the most part, our serves have been really spot on and very quick, close to the net serves as well. So a timeout here from Madison-Grant. We'll go ahead and stick right here with you during this timeout because we would like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. So we would like to send out a big thanks here to Taylor Architects Incorporated. Taylor Architects Incorporated is a full-service, client-focused architecture firm that provides personal service to you and their clients in the development of high-quality facilities for a variety of building types. This broad range of projects includes commercial, institutional, governmental, educational, recreational, transportation, residential, and public housing, all for both public and private clients. Taylor Architects, Inc. also provides legal expert witness services regarding building code and ADA law compliance. For more information, check out their website at www.taylorarchitectsinc.com. Oh, yes. Sophia Beeson does it again. Walters on the attack that time. Parker, nice lift right there on the dig, as that one's going to be out of bounds. Parker, loose on the Gibson. Wilson's right there on the attack. And that one's going to fall in there. Megan Wilson there with a kill. And mishandled there by Emily Luce. So that's going to be an ace here for Demi Havens. Oh, wow. Completely locked them up right there, and that's going to be another ace. So now Havens is dealing here for Madison-Grant. Set on to Wilson. And that's going to tie it up here at 20, and we've got a timeout on the floor taken by Wapahani. We will step aside for a timeout of our own. Make sure to stay right here with us. Again, this commercial break brought to you by Dr. Carrot J. Wolf, DDSPC. All right, welcome back here, folks. Tied at 20 here in set 2. We've got number 12, Demi Havens, back to serve for Madison-Grant. Again, Wapahani ahead, 1-0. Parker, loose, on the basin, yes! Finding the back right corner. Well executed ball. And in comes Cammie Rivers for Callie Parker, as Beeson will now be back to serve. Set on to Wilson. Good job there by Gibson. Good enough up on it as Rivers puts that one down with some authority. And now a timeout for Madison-Grant. And once again, we'll go ahead and stay right here with you during this timeout. We would like to thank some more sponsors here. Joe's Barbecue and More, located at 209 North Pittenger Road in Selma, Indiana, right off of State Road 32, is not your average barbecue place. Family owned, Joe's Barbecue and More offers various savory dishes, including barbecue ribs, pulled pork and pork chicken, rib tips, brisket, and boneless wings, along with fresh and tasty salads, as well as wraps, sandwiches, flatbreads, and more. This might not be your average barbecue place, but it is most definitely the place to be. They're open Monday through Saturday, Monday through Wednesday is carry-out orders only, and then dine-in Thursday through Saturday. Again, all week is 4 to 9 p.m. You can also carry out by calling 765-256-8542. So again, Joe's Barbecue and More. I'll tell you what, we have two outstanding places to eat out here in Selma. Well, really three if you count Pete's King, but they're not a sponsor. But some American Legion and Joe's Barbecue, I mean, those are two top-notch places to get you a bite to eat, or just to go in there and just, sit and chit-chat with, maybe somebody that you haven't talked to for a while, just kind of hang out for a few hours, whatever the case might be. It's just a really, really nice establishment that both of those places have. But that Joe's Barbecue and More, they got it going on down there. They got some darn good food. Oh, man, there's number 1, Maddie Moore. Again, just tipping it over the net, and Madison-Grant has answered right back following the timeout. They were down 22-20. Now put 3 unanswered up on the board to give themselves a slim 1-point lead right here in the closing moments. Nice job there by Walters getting it over. And 2 hits. And set point now for Madison-Grant and a timeout here from Wapahani. And so we'll go ahead and step aside here for a quick timeout. And we'll be back with more following this message from the Liberty Perry Alumni Association. All right, folks, we had to cut the commercial break short because they didn't spend that whole entire timeout in the huddle. As Beeson gets the kill right there to keep us alive here in the second set. Now down 24-23. And there's an ace. Oh, man, that's a killer. When you let one just fall in without anybody touching or going after it, that's going to get your coach fired up, and as much as she was right there, no doubt. Good job there with up on that one there from Beeson, but Rivers going diagonally across court right there, unable to keep that one in play. So another set point opportunity for Madison-Grant. And Madison-Grant is all out of sorts right now. So we're going to have a lineup check. So I guess during this time, again, just a friendly reminder, make sure to tune in for set 3 coming up here a little bit, but also tomorrow night, Wapahani traveling over to Randolph Southern for the MAC conference matchup right there. So set point for Madison-Grant. Beeson loose on to Rich. Havens right there to dig it out. And again, miscommunication as everybody just stops and look at it. Nice hit there from Rich, no doubt, but again, the Argylls are shooting themselves in the foot right here. We got Dudley and Hunzinger back in, and Caroline will be back to serve. Tied here at 25. Set there to Hyatt. Loose digs it. Hunzinger sets it to Dudley. Soft touch right there. Nice job laying out for that one by number 16, Hall. On to Rivers. Yes! Cammy Rivers. 26-25, Wapahani. So set point now for the Raiders. Oh, another close to the net serve right there. Wilson will get it over. Loose digs it. Hunzinger sets it on to Dudley. Hall is there. Set to Wilson on the left side. Soft touch. Hunzinger digs it out. And she was under the net. So now we're tied at 26. Hunzinger with the set to Rich. Big time swing. Oh, yes. Good idea there from Hunzinger. Here's Loose. Back over to Rivers. Nice job there by Wilson to get it up, and now over there for Madison-Grant. Back to Rich one more time. Yes. Set point again for Wapahani. 27-26 this time. Set to Havens. Miss hit into the net. The Raiders will take set 2, 28-26. What a series of events right there. Wapahani had 22-20. Madison-Grant takes the timeout. Then they push ahead with 4 consecutive points to make it 24-22. And then the Raiders come right back and then tie it at 24. And then back and forth, and the Raiders end up prevailing in the end, 28-26 to take a 2-0 lead. Don't go anywhere, folks. Set number 3 coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll be back at it here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
Some people see a huddle in the locker room. We see a second classroom. Some see a student athlete on the court. We see a future leader in the community. You see, high school sports in Indiana are special. That's because they're about learning and growing, not just winning and losing. Fans, I'm Commissioner Paul Neidig. Support education-based athletics in Indiana by buying a ticket to your high school's next athletic event.
All right, folks, welcome back here to this Selma American Legion Post 437 game break. 2-0 lead here for Wapahani coming back out of the break here, 25-13, 28-26, going extras there in set 2. But fortunately for the Raiders, able to claim victory right there to take a 2-0 lead right there. Again, right before we went to break, again, I talked about it, Wapahani. Well, them and Madison-Grant really was kind of going back and forth a good majority of that second set. But then, Wapahani had a 2-point lead late. Madison-Grant, like I said, called a timeout, put 4 unanswered up on the board, was in a driver's seat ahead 24-22. And then the Raiders answered back with 2 consecutive, tied at 24. And then it was just kind of back and forth until Wapahani was able to get that 27-26 lead and then was able to finish them off. Madison-Grant getting down the stretch that there. The passing became a big-time issue and really, in my estimation, I think really cost them. So a service there right there will give Wapahani a 1-point lead to start off the third set. Here's number 2, Cammie Rivers, will return to the floor. Callie Parker will have a seat, and it's going to be Sophia Beeson behind the service line. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. So down referee Mary Goff had to make sure that Everything was right here from a lineup standpoint here for Wapahani. And how about that? Back-to-back service errors to begin the third set here from both sides. So it will be number 13, Jonna Hyatt, serving for the Argylls. Received by Luce. There's Rivers coming through with a kill there from the left side. Nice set there from Hunzinger. Walters now back in for Wapahani. Lauren Rich back to serve. Rivers one more time. Handled there by Wilson. Tipped across by Havens. Again, was able to find an open hole there defensively in the middle there of Wapahani. So well executed by Havens. Here is number 2, Cammie Dedecker. Now in the game and back to serve for Madison-Grant. Nice job right there from Walters. Well-placed ball. Box unable to handle it. Shanked it off there into the student section for a souvenir. Job well done. So Megan Luce, Anne-Marie Gibson now in for Wapahani. Megan back to serve. And again another one shanked off to the right side. An ace here for Megan. Handled there by Beeson. Set right back to her. Woo! Hit that one to the wall. Definitely got behind that one. Received by Rivers. Hunzinger to the back row to Beeson. Yes! Sophia Beeson finding .5 here for the Raiders in the third set. Got Cammie Rivers back to serve. Another one into the net. That's one thing here this evening, here on both sides, we've seen a lot of service errors. Also seen a lot of really good serves too, especially from Wapahani. But those service errors are killers. Beeson flying through the air. Notches another one. So 6-5 Wapahani. Should have been actually tied at 5 there a moment ago. I had the wrong score, so I apologize for that. Nice serve there from Luce. Set to Wilson in the middle. Emily there with a dig. Megan, good job setting that one up there for Beeson, but again, falling off balance. Hits that one well right and out of bounds. Number 16, Emma Hall, will return to the floor for the Argylls. Number 1, Maddie Moore serving. Parker, Luce, Beeson. No good right there, hit into the net. So Rich coming through with a big one there. Ties it up at 7. We've got Caroline Hunzinger and Tatum Dudley returning to the floor. Gibson and Luce will have a seat. In set 3. Tied at lucky number 7. Oh yes, an ace for Hunzinger. Yet again, like I was just mentioning a few moments ago, I think we've had quite a few service errors. Also a lot of aces as well. I don't know, maybe they've kind of evened themselves out. Heck if I know. I haven't kept the total on either one of those stats. But there's been just a little bit of both, maybe a little bit too much. from the air standpoint, but still, you're up 2-0 right now. You got to be pleased, but you can't be complacent as Lauren Rich throttles that one. 9-8 Wapahani. Rivers back in for Parker, and Beeson serving. Handled by Havens. Set right back to her. And I don't know. Dudley ended up getting a kill right there. I didn't think that Wapahani had touched that ball originally from Havens, but they say they did, and that's all that matters. But what really matters is Dudley able to execute on a well-passed ball there from Madison-Grant over the net. And Beeson will serve that one out of bounds. So in comes Cameron Bolser for Madison-Grant with number 13, Jonna Hyatt, back to serve. Hunzinger with a set to Rich. Nicely done again here from Lauren. Young lady that the Raiders continue to count on right here. So Walters back in. Lauren Rich back to serve. Nice serve right there. That was set over the net off of that pass. Yep, over the net there on Dudley. Oh, they're going to call in the net. I thought she was over the net, to be honest with you. Either way, point for Madison-Grant. And it's going to tie it at 11 now with number 2, Cammie Dedecker, back to serve. Beeson receives it. Hunzinger, left side there to Walters. And they're saying that that ball went on the left side of the antenna. Somehow, though, it seemed like the ball ended up landing in bounds. I don't know how in the heck she managed to do that. But that ball was served out of bounds by Dedecker. Back to a 1-point Madison-Grant lead here. Megan Luce and Marie Gibson returning to the floor. Hunzinger and Dudley back on the bench with Megan Luce back to serve. He'll get it over. Set on to Gibson. And couldn't keep it in bounds. Good job there by Beeson, taking charge right there, calling everyone off. And hit into the net by Wilson. So again, back down here to another 1-point Madison-Grant lead. And again, if you're Wapahani, we need to start pushing the gas here a little bit. We haven't really found much consistency. Yeah, we had a commanding and dominating first set, but that second set was again a lot more back and forth, which, I mean, in all honesty, in some ways we kind of expected, but didn't play as well. This third set, again, another one's just been back and forth. Hasn't really been all that well played on either side. Set on to Beeson. Unable to get it over. Parker in for Rivers. And number 17, Reese Box, back to serve for Madison-Grant. Loose, Walters, dug by Dedecker. Set on to Wilson. Parker with the dig. Back to Beeson. And that was deflected and rolls along the top of the net and out of bounds. Point there for Wapahani. Beeson there with a kill. Ball was definitely riding the tightrope right there. On to Rich, soft touch. Yes. Again, Forrest Hyatt up on the net right there, looking to block what was seen, what was, again, in her thought anyway, thinking that Rich was going to go there with a heavy swing. Instead, pulled up big time. There with another soft touch, and the Raiders not able to get that one back across. And so another tie game, this time at 16, with number 16, Emma Hall, returning to the floor for Madison-Grant. Number 1, Maddie Moore, serving. And 2 hits. So a point there for Wapahani, Huntsinger, and Dudley back in here. I'll tell you what, it seems like they just came out just a second ago. How time flies when you're going back and forth point for point. And that was deflected right there off of Rich and out of bounds. So we'll tie it again at 17. Set on to Dudley, and a little too far. Parker, Dudley there with a save, and instead ends up getting called for 2. Unloads on that one. A much needed point, and hopefully that's what we need to get our act together right here. I mean, yeah, we're down by 1, but we've got to be more inclined to finish this thing in 3. And really get going here, especially late in this set. Set on to Rivers, dug by Box. Beeson on to Rivers. Back to Haven, soft touch right there. Hunsinger there to Lauren Rich. She was able to get that one over. Back and forth, here we go. Rivers gets it across, little free ball action for the Argylls. Set to Havens. Oh my goodness. Back to Rivers. Oh, and just out of bounds, and they're calling a touch on Madison-Grant. Okay, so it looks like the Raiders, he's trying to listen in a little bit here. Looks like they were maybe a touch out of sorts here. By the reaction of these girls' faces, they're like, they don't know what's going on necessarily either. Okay, well, you know what? We have a brief pause in the action. We might as well go ahead and thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. So we'd like to send out a big thanks here to Alfred Rods and Customs with over 30 years of experience. They sell the baddest hot rod, street rods, muscle cars, and customs in the land. Alfred Rods and Customs buys, sells, and trades cars all over the country. For more information, you can call them at 765-717-3625 and look them up on Facebook at Alfred Rods and Customs. Also, come check out their showroom at 613 East Weiser Street in Muncie, Indiana, and let them make your dream a reality. Okay, well, I thought we had things straightened out. So, it sounds like, so they're saying, which Beeson, I thought, just had served Sophia. But I'm not sure exactly who they said just served for us. We'll take it. I don't know. But I don't think anybody else really necessarily knows at the moment anyway, so we're just going to keep getting after it. We're tied at 19. Sophia Beeson's back to serve. Oh, my goodness. All right, 20-19, Madison-Grant. Got Hyatt back to serve. Oh, Rich, good job getting back up and able to get that one back over. Madison-Grant, that's a good ball right there. Back to Rich. Yes! It falls in there. So tied at 20. Who knows where this might end up. Set on to Bolser, and that is off of Beeson and out of bounds. Bolser there with a kill, and Madison-Grant back on top here by one. Number 2, Cammie Dedecker, returns to the floor and will now be back to serve. So the Raiders have Emily Luce, Cammie Rivers, Sophia Beeson, Olivia Walters, Caroline Huntsinger, and Tatum Dudley on the floor. And now an ace from Dedecker will give the Raiders a 2-point deficit to go with here, so they'll take a timeout. And I think we're going to take a timeout here with them. We got to sort things out as well. So again, 22-20, Madison-Grant leads it here in set 3. We'll be back with more right after this message from the IHSAA.
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom. I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Alrighty, folks, welcome back. Following the timeout, Madison-Grant here with a 22-20 lead here in set 3. Again, Wapahani, though, with a 2-0 lead. So the Raiders with a little bit of work to do, and we will not get it back over the net. Huntsinger on to Dudley. Fox there to dig it out. Set up to Havens, and that's in there again. And we're going to get another timeout here from Wapahani. So Madison-Grant here in the end, they just wanted it more. I don't know. Wapahani, we've got to figure it out, and obviously figure it out quick considering it's now set point here for the Argylls. Again, just a reminder, said this a couple times already, but want to make sure and reiterate again, the Raiders will be back in action tomorrow night on the road at Randolph Southern. Another MEC conference matchup. The Raiders currently 4-0 in the MEC conference, looking to push that to 5-0 tomorrow night. JV start time of 6 o'clock. Varsity game to follow, and then they'll be on the road again Saturday in the Leo Invitational. Again, that'll be Saturday morning, I believe at 9 a.m. So that should be another good one up north there. So nonetheless, set points for Madison-Grant. Set on there, Rivers. Dug out by Wilson. Hunsinger. Loose. Back to Rivers again. And that's going to be hit into the net. And that's going to do it here for set 3. 25-20. Madison-Grant takes set 3. We'll step aside as Wapahani here with a 2-1 lead. We'll be back with more here on set number 4. Here on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
A licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirits, to pure sports. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
All right, folks, again, back at it here, just about ready to go here for set 4. Again, as Madison-Grant was able to take the third set, 25-20. We'd like to send out a big thanks here to Selma American Legion, Post 437, located at 315 South Albany Street in downtown Selma, Indiana. The Selma American Legion offers membership opportunities, so to become a Sons of the American Legion member or a woman for membership in the auxiliary, just contact the Selma American Legion Post 437 at 765-282-7020. They also serve lunch and dinner daily, along with daily specials throughout the week. The Legion's open Monday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. They're also open Sunday from 12 to 7. I do know that they're having a hog roast down there on Saturday, and you won't want to miss out on that. That is some good eating. And I'm not sure if they're having a car show this year or not down there, but I do know that they're having a hog roast again down there at the Selma American Legion, right in the heart of smack dab in downtown Selma, Indiana. So we greatly appreciate the Selma American Legion Post 437. As looks like we're ready to go here for set 4. It's going to be Caroline Hunsinger back to serve. And so we'll see how Wapahani responds. You know, yeah, you won the first 2 sets. First set was dominating in about every way. These last 2 sets obviously have been very interesting. But a lot of mistakes on both sides as well. That, obviously we want Madison-Grant to make the mistakes here if you're the Raiders, but Wapahani's got to get things figured out. Justice Chapman in here for Wapahani, seeing her first action this evening, starting off here in the second set. Again, Justice, sophomore here for the Raiders. Again, Megan Wilson back to serve. So a quick 3-0 start here for the Argylls. Set on there to Hyatt, dug by Luce. Hunsinger with a set to Dudley. Right there was Moore to dig things out to Havens now. Chapman, Hunsinger, Rich. Nicely done again. Moore gets there in time. And we got a little free ball right here. Let's get it. And that will get it done right there. A much needed point here for Wapahani to get on the board here. Sophia Beeson in here for Justice Chapman. Rivers will be back to serve. And a soft touch there by Hyatt gets it done. I think that was Hyatt. It was either Hyatt or Hull. Couldn't tell who exactly that was. Nonetheless, it's 4-1. Callie Parker in here for Wapahani. Hyatt back to serve. And that's going to be served into the net. 4-2 now. Walters returns to the floor for the Raiders, and Lauren Rich back to serve. And that is in there for an ace. And there's another ace. Ties things at 4. Let's keep this thing rolling. Oh, man. Another good opportunity here. Unloaded by Beeson. But how about that? You got Emma Hall there with a stuffing. 5-4 Madison-Grant. Cammie Dedecker back in here and back to serve. On to Walters. Couldn't quite get that one over the net. Loose to Hunsinger, on to Dudley. Dug by Dedecker, set here to Bolser. Nice dig there from Parker. Beeson full steam ahead again. Again, nice deflection, oh my. Whew. Nice save there from Parker, and then Hunsinger. Beeson there to Dudley. Deflected up in the air to slow it down. Back to Havens again. Dug by Luce. Hunsinger over to Beeson. And straight in the net. And there's an ace. So after the Raiders were able to tie it up at 4, Madison-Grant has put 4 in a row up on the board. Make that 5. Beeson, Hunzinger, right back to Beeson. Ain't no stopping that one. 9-5 loose, and Gibson in for Dudley and Hunzinger. Bolser there with a kill off of Walters and Gibson. Combo there. We'll have number 12, Demi Havens, back to serve here with a 10-5 Argylls lead here in the fourth set. Gibson wears back and hammers that one again. He got the deflection there from the Argylls to slow it down, but then after that it went straight down on their side of the floor. Worked out perfectly right there as Gibson was able to get the kill and get the Raiders back within 4. And Wapahani, unfortunately, though, has no answer here for Cameron Bolser. Sophomore middle hitter. Reese Box to serve. And Wapahani now has a rotation violation. Loose, Walters, unable to get it over. I gotta tell you, a little surprised here that the Raiders haven't taken a timeout. There's one thing you can't let happen is to let it really get out of hand. I mean, you're already down by 7, which is still too much. Now you're down by 8. And the Raiders have put themselves in a bind. 14-6, timeout Wapahani. We're going to take a timeout here with them. The Raiders ahead, 2-1. You're on your home of the Raiders, the WHS Network.
The moments we live for, we celebrate, we must protect. This is what the IHSAA Foundation does every day. By providing scholarships to student athletes, developing coaches and athletic directors, recruiting and retaining high school officials, and awarding grants to IHSAA member schools, we can protect the future of high school sports for the next generation of Hoosiers. Will you join us? We need your help on our team. Donate today at ihsaafoundation.org.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
All righty, folks, welcome back. And following the timeout there from Wapahani, the Raiders down here by 8. Hopefully they took that time just to reset. You know, a lot of this is just mental errors. And we've got to get after it. Not that we're not working hard. We're working hard out there on the floor. We're just, unfortunately, ineffective right now. So hit out of bounds right there, 1 point at a time. You're up 2-1. But, you know, I say it quite often, you can't ease up. You can't be complacent with where you're at. You know, it takes 3 sets to win this thing. Obviously, you know that. So even when we was up 2-0, there's no taking the foot off the gas. You can't afford to do that. Seen it happen too many times where it backfires on you. And right now the Raiders are in a little bit of a hole that we can climb out of, but we've got to start doing some things correctly here. Wilson from the left side, and that is going to fall in there. Lewis here with a set to Rich. (17-7) Argylls. Nice job there by Gibson with the block. It's nice to see. Hunzinger, Dudley. Back in for Wapahani. Hunzinger back to serve. You got to keep the line moving. Another nice serve there from Hunzinger. Again, just get the ball in the net, keep ball in play. Mishandled by Dudley. Megan Wilson now serving for the Argylls. Getting in the driver's seat. Ahead by 9. Chapman, Hunzinger, Rich. That was met there again, this time by Hyatt. Set to Havens. Luce is there, Hunzinger, and Rich will get it over. Free ball action, and that's blocked by Rich. They'll get it back over. Oh, boy. Oh, it was over the net there on Madison-Grant. Not the case. Hall will get it over. Moore set it on there to Hyatt. Luce will dig it out. Hunzinger on to Dudley. Oh, nice save right there from Chapman. And Rivers unable to sneak that one inside the sideline. Substitution now, number 5, Lainey Frank. Now back to serve. And 4 hits. That one served out of bounds. Basin will return to the floor for Chapman. And we'll have Cammie Rivers now back to serve. Moore sets it on to Havens. And unfortunately no answer right there. Parker now for Rivers, and number 13. Gianna Hyatt back to serve. 3 points away here from Madison-Grant from taking set 4 and evening this game up at 2 set apiece. Deflected up in the air there by Bolser. Set to Rich. Yes. Now we need about 14 more of those in a row. Yeah, I mean, you're not out of it by any means. I mean, yeah, you're down by 11. I've seen stranger things happen, but obviously we've dug ourselves a hole. And it's going to be tough to get out of this one. Beeson connects right there. Now the Raiders find themselves down by 10. Again, a simple way to look at it. You can't get it all back at once. He's got to take it point for point. One at a time. Set on to Beeson. Yes. Hall there from the right side. Rich will dig it out. Set up to Beeson. Moore back to Havens on the left side. Rich will dig it out. Hunzinger back to Beeson again. Yes! And I got to tell you, I mean, it's not just only her, but since Beeson has came in, the Raiders have been full steam ahead. We've got to feed off the energy. And so we'll get a timeout here from Madison-Grant. That's 5 or 6 in a row, 5 I know of. So it's nice to see the Raiders to come to life here a little bit in the closing moments. Again, as I mentioned before, back when it was 22-10, 22-11, whatever. I mean, yeah, you're in a hole. I mean, I have seen stranger things happen as far as comebacks and such. That's going to be quite the monumental comeback to come back from, but it can be done. There's nothing saying that it can't be done, but you've got to make it happen. Right now, the Raiders have made it happen the last 5 or so points, but we got to stay hungry and get after it right here. Moore chases it down. There's Beeson. Hunzinger back to Beeson again, and another kill for Sophia Beeson. In comes Wilson for Frank. Moore to Hall. That one's hit well out of bounds. And there's an ace for Rich. And you can see now here for Madison-Grant, the pressure's starting to really take a hold of them. You're up 22-9, 22-10, whatever the heck it was. And the Raiders have now climbed right back into it, now find themselves down by 4. Now you're in striking distance. Again, keep the momentum going. Keep the line moving. But again, I don't know, it just kind of, they finally lit a fire underneath, and next thing you know, like I said, you're right back in it. They did not look good. Wapahani did not look good this set whatsoever. Now they're looking a lot like more themselves and playing their kind of game, which is the right way. You got to keep it moving. Dudley, Hunzinger, Beeson, and another from Beeson again. She got the hot hand right now. Got to keep dishing it to her. Right here, if you're Rich, doing a good job getting the ball over the net, keeping it in bounds, you got to keep it going that way. There's Beeson. Hunzinger on to Beeson again. Blocked that time by Havens, and that will stop the run, but what a run it was here from the Raiders. Showed some grit, showed some fight right here. D-Decker back to serve. Beeson, Hunzinger back to Beeson again. Oh, too strong that time, got behind it. And so set point here for Madison-Grant. And that's 4 hits. I got to tell you, I mean, either way, whatever the outcome right here, if Madison-Grant ends up winning this set, even though they won the set, I truly believe Wapahani has the momentum right now. Yeah, you was essentially down and out, but climbed your way back into this thing, and they're still not out of it by any means. Oh, now they are. So they went that. Nonetheless, we're in the set 5. I like the energy, though, from Wapahani. Much better than what it has been. So hopefully some of that energy now will carry into set 5, and we can start off better and end this thing the right way. Nonetheless, tied at 2 sets apiece. We're going to come back here with your 5th and decisive set coming up right after these messages.
Hi, I'm Austin Rich with Next Home Elite Real Estate. Our company's mantra has been and will always be humans over houses. For the last several years, we have been able to help people follow our mission statement, which is enriching lives by helping people find their next home. Next Home Elite Real Estate has premier real estate agents ready to assist you with commercial properties, new construction, residential homes, or investment properties, no matter if you are looking to purchase or to sell. We are skilled negotiators, tenacious marketers, and fearless advocates for our clients. We want them to feel the passion we have for what we do and the professionalism we exemplify while we do it. Our clients depend on us to have grit and determination when we represent them. We roll up our sleeves and get to work. Every interaction, every time.
Hi, I'm Tara.
Hi, I'm Michelle.
Hi, I'm Kathy.
Hi, I'm Seth.
Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Courtney.
We stand for doing the right thing, even when it's not convenient. We deliver integrity in all we do through our uncompromising ethical principles and values. Our clients count on us not to only help them buy or sell their home, but to make sure the process is infused with joy. We strive to bring a smile to their faces as they enter the next phase of their lives. Call Next Home Elite Real Estate today. We are here to help you.
All right, welcome back here, volleyball fans. 5th set coming up. Again, Wapahani took the first 2 sets, especially that first set. That was quite dominating, 25-13. And then a battle right to the very end, 28-26 there in the second set. And then Madison-Grant with 25-20, 25-20, third and fourth set victory to push this to the 5th and decisive sets. I'll tell you what, you look back, this game could have already been over just from the sense of Madison-Grant could have won this game. They was up 24-22 there in that second set. And, had set point a couple of different times. Thankfully, Wapahani ended up winning that. Because, you look at it now, they would have already won this thing. That would not have obviously been good here if you're a Wapahani fan or a Wapahani player, coach for that matter. But best of 15 right here. Obviously got to win by 2. This is our first 5th set match of the season. So be interesting, again, to see, well, really both of these teams, how they come out here in this fifth set, because like I said before we went to break, I thought Wapahani in a lot of ways had all the momentum, even though Madison-Grant ended up winning that set. They really didn't win the set the way that they wanted to, because, you're up by 12, 13 points. When you have 22 points already, you're thinking, hey, in a driver's seat, this game pretty much over with. But, I'd say probably just about everybody kind of thought that. I knew we was definitely in a hole, but, you could dig out of it, and we darn near did. We got within 4, but unfortunately couldn't climb our way completely out of it. And so we start anew here in the fifth set. Beeson there. Loose there to Rich, and that's a point there for Wapahani. The kill there for Lauren. And a quick 1-0 lead. Again, right here early in this set, I think is going to be what will set one team apart from the other. If one team can find that momentum, find their niche and their footing here, that's a big-time ace right there for Megan Luce. If the Raiders can go on a quick, like 4 or 5-0 run, that's going to be extremely important just for their overall mindset. Hit into the net. Another point here for Wapahani. Ooh, just beyond the white back line, or the back white line. So 3-1. Bolster returns here for Madison-Grant. It'll be Jonna Hyatt back to serve. And into the net. Big point there for Wapahani. Let's see if they can go on another nice little run here. Got Cammie Rivers back to serve. Wilson, Moore, Hall will get it over. Loose on to Beeson, and again, a little bit underneath it, behind it right there, and couldn't quite get that one to dive down a little bit more. Had that spin on it. Oh, nice hustle there from Emily Luce, and then Rich to get it over. Bolster there, Luce digs it. Megan Luce sets it there to Beeson. See if the Raiders can utilize this. Soft touch. Back over the net there. Gibson now set to Rich one more time. Dug out by Dedecker. Oh, no. Well, a pancake there from Rich. Unfortunately, that ball ended up bouncing away. And Beeson couldn't get to it. Shanked off to the right side, and there is an ace. So that good start is now dwindled down to nothing. And Dedecker serving. Loose, Rich. Blocked out of bounds. Point Wapahani. Good kill there for Rich. 5-4 here as Walters returns to the floor for the Raiders, and Lauren Rich will serve. Now after the 9 o'clock hour, another late night for us here on the WHS Network. And Bolser with the kill. Just in front of the hands there of Parker. And so it will be number 12, Demi Haven serving. Parker loose. Oh, nice job right there. Haven't really thrown that in this evening. That was a heck of a darn good time to do that right there. Well done there from Megan Luce. Shank backwards. Gibson keeps it alive. But Parker only get about halfway there. Great attempt nonetheless, and trying to get it over. So 7-6. We've got Rivers back in the game for Wapahani. Sophia Beeson back to serve. I nearly got stuck up on the light. Set on the Rivers, left side attack. Oh, finds the back left corner. Beautifully placed by Cammie Rivers. A timeout here from Madison-Grant. We'll go ahead and stick right here with you during this timeout. Again, we'd like to thank some more of our sponsors here this evening. Again, we do want to send out another big thanks here to Selma American Legion Post 437, located at 315 South Albany Street in downtown Selma, Indiana. Talked about this earlier. They have a hog roast on Saturday afternoon. They also have a car show going on that day. Big thanks to my dad. Shout out there to Bruce Morvillius. I don't know if he'll like that or not, but nonetheless, gave me that info that they do indeed have a car show coming up on Saturday. So car show, hog roast, you can't beat that. Stop on down there at 315 South Albany Street, downtown Selma, Indiana. There at the Selma American Legion Post 437. So Beeson back to serve 8-6. Wapahani. Oh my, that was dangerously close. That looked in, but it was close. And Gibson hits that one out of bounds, so that 2-point lead went by the wayside quick. We've got number 1, Maddie Moore, back to serve. Oh. So 9-8 there after the ace. 3 consecutive put together by the Argylls. And now that's going to be served out of bounds. Right now, I got to tell you, I'm not sure neither team wants to win this thing. It's just so back and forth. So many miscues here and there. So many great plays on both sides as well at times. Nice one there from Megan Wilson. Gets that one to fall in. Make that 11-9. Shanked off to the right side. Megan Luce will chase it down. Rivers gets it over. Moore with a set there to Hyatt. Luce digs it. Megan Luce sets it. Rich. Nicely done there by Hyatt. Getting that up. Oh, we got to use this right here. Okay. We got to bring the hammer. And that's exactly what Lauren Rich does. Much needed point. Back to a 1-point margin. We got Megan Luce back to serve. Oh, no. Crucial service there. Got Hyatt back to serve. Beeson, Luce, Rich. Yes. Nicely done right there by Moore. Back to Rich again. No touch, and that was well out of bounds. And another timeout here from Wapahani. Madison-Grant in the driver's seat, 13-10, 2 points away from coming all the way back from down 2-0. We'll be back with more right after this message. All right, so again, we had to cut the commercial break short. I guess they was done talking, so I'll go ahead and start talking again. That one served out of bounds by Madison-Grant. 13-11, Cammie Rivers back to serve. More there to Hall. Luce will get there. Now Gibson. Oh, boy. We'll get it over. Rivers digs it. Beeson will chase it down. Rich gets it over the net. Now to Havens. Oh, finds the back corner. And so match point here for Madison-Grant. 14-11. D. Decker back to serve. Nice dig there from Gibson. Set on to Rich. Yes. Woo. We continue on. Lauren Rich back to serve. Set to Havens. And that's going to do it. All right, so the Raiders go down in defeat here in 5 sets. Again, after being up 2-0. The Argylls come all the way back and win the next 3. As the Raiders now fall to 9-5 on the season. We'll step aside. We'll be back with more here on our Raiders Live postgame show here on the WHS Network. Set it, and Rich will put it down with some authority. A deep 3 from Andrews. Oh, make it rain, baby! Yes! That's left, kicks it to the corner, to the left wing. The corner, or the wing 3 is up and good. Zoe Swallow dials it up from long range. Payoff pitch here from Turner. And that's going to be a fly ball, center field. That's going to get out here if you lose. Here's the pitch. Ground ball. That's going to get through the left side of the infield. That's going to score another run. And that's going to be an RBI single. All right, welcome back here to our Raiders Live post-game show. Again, presented by Some American Legion Post 437, a proud sponsor of the WHS Network. Well, we'll make this short and sweet. Started out great here for Wapahani. Just to sum it up, started out great, ended not so great. Wapahani, again, you look at that first set in dominating fashion. Again, won that one 25-13. And then much back and forth right there in that second set. The Raiders right there at the end was up 22-20. And then, if you remember correctly, which I mentioned a couple different times, Madison-Grant took a timeout. They scored 4 unanswered, made it a 24-22 Madison-Grant lead there in set 2. And then the Raiders answered back with 2 of their own. Then they kind of went back and forth there for a few points. And then the Raiders were able to prevail there in the second set, 28-26. But then Madison-Grant, really from there on out, they didn't play great volleyball, but they did enough to win. Wapahani on the other side of things, it was just, I don't know, it's kind of a mixture of things. There was parts of the game where, we was clicking on all cylinders. There was also parts of the game where it just was not good. And, they know that. I'm not going to sit here and beat a dead horse. We just, in the end, we just couldn't find a way to get it done. It happens, unfortunately, especially in 5 sets like this. You hate that. Being up 2-0 and then you end up, going down the feet. That's a tough pill to swallow. But they got to get over it quickly because they got to get back at it tomorrow night. They're going to be on the road at Randolph Southern for an MEC matchup there with the Rebels. Again, JV start time 6 o'clock. Varsity game to follow. They just got to regroup, get back at it, and look to get the win tomorrow night. You got to finish because unfortunately we just did not do that here tonight. So tomorrow's a new day, and we look to get back to our winning ways. Again, we will not be broadcasting the game tomorrow night. We'll be back at it, I believe, next Tuesday or Wednesday. I believe we play against... to be honest with you, I'm not sure. Monroe Central, maybe? I can't remember. A lot of games to keep track of sometimes. So, nonetheless, though, looking forward to seeing what the Raiders can do tomorrow night. So, make sure to stay tuned in next week with more Wapahani Raider volleyball. Again, Wapahani goes down defeat here in 5 sets to fall to 9-5 on the season. So, folks, again, until next time, I'm Brandon Moore-Villiants alongside cameraman Jordan Red Beard McCoy saying good night from Raider Gymnasium.